And welcome to my year in review. It's been a long 12 months. Naturally, I start the year in January, where I give the Power to Believe vinyl no rating at all. I'm not going to give it a rating because I don't think that's right, because it's a bootleg. I don't like bootlegs. But let this be a guide, a warning, whatever you want to call it. I then continue in January trying to show off with an 8-string guitar, which I went on to sell. We start February with one of many Genesis reviews, and this particular review happens to be the shortest I've ever done. If you haven't read the description or title, I'm talking about selling by the pound on high fidelity Blu-ray disc pure audio. What does it sound like? It sounds like this. What's that? This is the SACD/DVD version that was released a few years back. Exactly the same. Nothing to see here. No video content, just audio only. Yeah, you get it in all these super duper high resolution formats only dogs can hear, but essentially it's for those of you who missed out on this one. All right, so you didn't get this, get this. Remember, didn't get this, get this. If you got this, no point in getting this. But if you haven't got this, get this. Of course, not all the reviews go to plan, and sometimes I get gate crashed. Which opens with a rather interesting riff. Oh, hello Herb, are you coming in? Do you want to say hello? Do you want to? I don't know if I can see you. There you go. Hello everybody. Do you want to say hello?
Hello, baby, Bobby.
Very good. Now that was his way of saying it. And now I've completely lost my thread. But why don't you sit on my knee? Then everyone can see your lovely face. So, oh, this is different, isn't it? Can you see yourself? I conclude February by making an astounding proclamation. I realise that the internet is full of arseholes. If you're an arsehole, you're an arsehole. And you at the back there, you're the biggest arsehole of all. It's the month of March, and this video probably explains why I think some people on the internet are arseholes. Again, being one of YouTube's best known video makers, I get a lot of feedback. Some of it is kind, some of it not so kind, but I had some feedback from a guy called William Thornton that I just wanted to share with you. His eloquence and use of vocabulary, it impressed me so much that I just wanted to share it. So I'm going to read you his comment. I notice you don't make any videos about BlackBerry and iPhone. What the fuck? Ever heard of these companies? Are you living under a rock? You dumb fucking retarded moron. I like his opening gambit. If you're going to be a blogger about smartphones and tablets, you have to show the latest smartphones and tablets out there, like a real blogger that shows things about tech stuff. And real bloggers that are about tech stuff like laptops and tablets and smartphones, they show these things on their blog. It's all spelt wrong, by the way. But you, on the other hand, it looks like you don't know a fuck you're doing. For you to get mad about my own comments, that's about asking you a question and you act like a typical bitch about it. So typical. Listen, you fucking worthless trash. Why don't you be a real blogger that knows what the fuck you're talking about, not get nasty when people are asking you a question about a phone or tablet you are showing? For you to call the HP smartphone an iPhone, you really are a moron, you fucking dumb fat motherfucker. I like that flourish at the end. It looks like you are good at twisting things around like a typical faggot, and you are some trash that has no manners? Question mark. Why, were you raised by our wild animals, or are you some ignorant motherfucker that was never educated? Question mark. Why is that? You said you never wanted to be a smartphone blogger, so why are you showing a HP smartphone? And when people ask you a question about the phone, you turn into a complaining little bitch and get very nasty with people? Are you some angry fat prick that doesn't know what the fuck you are talking about in a product just to show off to people? Question mark. That tells people how you are showing off arsehole that does not have a Brian, he meant brain, that does not have a fucking clue about the product you are showing, you uneducated fucking cocksucker. Bravo, William Thornton, you've made me laugh. Now normally I have to pay to be talked to like that. I go up to Soho, go up one of the walk-ups and I pay a lady and she speaks to me in those tones, and sometimes, administers a bit of the old ultra-violence, but you do it to me for free.
Sometimes I try to sell you stuff, but I'm beginning to wonder whether my sales technique might need a little bit of work.
Buy the record, and it'll grant you the secret of eternal life and make you happy. It will also make your genitals larger. It will make you irresistible to the opposite sex, or the same sex if you swing that way. I don't mind. Do what you want. And it will also give you the power of incredible flatulence. You'll be able to blow men's hats off from a distance. That's what my music can do for you.
I conclude the month of March by showing off using a 10-string guitar. What?
That sounded good. I enjoyed that.
And you're the only person that did. April was a month of change, and we spent our last day before we moved enjoying the garden.
There's Alex, the wonder dog. He is sharing the sunshine with me today. How you doing there, Alex? Having a good time? Yeah, well, he's having a rummage around. He's probably looking for slugs to eat. Yes, it's a habit he hasn't got out of. Alex? Alex? Hello, Alex. No. He really couldn't give a monkeys these days.
After what turned out to be an epic move, which was only a distance of a mile, I found myself trapped in locked towers.
Hello. This is some guerrilla video making. It's been a long day. I'm recording this on an iPhone because my iPad is out of juice and I don't know where anything is anymore. My life, a bit like my face, is a mess. Look, this is my life. Look. That's my life. So, how did it go? It didn't go.
But after a week of steady unpacking, I found myself a new creative hub.
But here, this is the corner. This is Lock Corner. Studio Locker's gone. Lock Corner in Lock Towers is back. Hopefully, again, I haven't got my microphone set up. Look, where's the microphone? There isn't one. So I'm using the webcam mic. So hopefully, my voice is being picked up and represented properly.
But we also had stock to sell, and sometimes it's good to give the staff a little test to know that they're up to speed.
You all right there, Rob? You all right there?
No.
You having a good time?
I'm alright with the chocolate.
Yeah. Okay, so who's that then? Who's that then, Herb?
Mummy.
No, it's not Mummy.
Dad.
Yeah, you didn't recognise. Who's this then? Who's this?
Puppy.
It's not you. That's Verity. Yeah. Close. No cigar though.
It's flaming June, and I found myself reviewing Fish's A Feast of Consequences. Little did I realise that there could be, indeed, a feast of consequences.
It covers the Great War, so that's a good thing. It's verbose, beyond comprehension. The music is weak. Some of the ideas are old, but he's consistent. That's a good thing. At least he's consistent. So I'm going to go down the middle. I'm going to go down the middle and give this 2.5 thistles out of 5. It's 2.5 thistles out of 5. And all you fish fans can rip me a new one. I don't care. That's fair enough. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. We've all got to like different things, you know, and I'm glad that you like this, and I'm glad that you support the guy.
Of course, I'm not the tough guy I pretend to be. And sometimes, when the circumstances are right, emotions can overpower me. June slides into July, and I happen to make one of my most unpopular videos I've ever made, in terms of rating, that is, when I dare to speak about Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I mean, okay, what would I want from the project? I would want from the project, yeah, wouldn't it be good if it was a completely instrumental album, yeah, with no vocals, it very laid back and ambient, but wouldn't it be nice if Gilmour extended the hand to Mr. Waters and said, look, in the memory of Mr. Wright, let's do one last Floyd album. But it's something that nobody's ever heard or seen or going to be expecting. A bit like Bowie and the Next Day album. We'll do something like that no one's expecting. And, you know, Mr. Waters comes in and puts down some bass guitar and some, I know, screams and funny noises like he used to do in the 60s, early 70s. And they did this album that was unlike anything that anyone was expecting. That's the album I'd want. And it also drew a line under the Floyd, and again with the passing of Storm Thorgerson as well. It'd be nice just to draw a line in the sand, you know, full stop at the end of the sentence. That's what I'd want from the project. I don't want any, you know, histrionics. I don't want any long burbling guitar solos or lyrics about this, that and t'other. I would like something completely unexpected. But we probably won't
July,
get it.
I tried to expand my audience by jumping on the Loom Band bandwagon. Well, that was a bit clumsy. In an attempt to further alienate my audience, I tend to turn my YouTube channel into a fashion blog. Nothing much happened in August. The month of September began with me explaining why I don't watch other YouTubers.
But I don't watch other music reviewers because they're so fucking boring.
For some, 2014 is probably best remembered or worse remembered for the amount of sexual shenanigans that went on. In an attempt to capitalise on this, I made a funny video. The second new feature of YouTube is there will be a new button. Yes, it's a bit like the thumbs down button. We have those ratings on every video. So from now on there'll be a new button underneath the offending YouTuber, and it'll allow you to report them. You can report them before they've done anything wrong or afterwards, and the people at YouTube will make sure that more advertising will appear on the offending YouTuber's channel so they make even more money out of the situation. Cynical? No, it's just business. And this button, we're sure that it won't be abused by anyone, so it'll be rolling out at the beginning of next month. Also, YouTube will be introducing a new category. Oh yes, we've had categories for musicians, entertainers, actors, vloggers. Well, now there'll be a new category, the pervert category, where YouTube perverts can be, gathered together and we know exactly where they are. That's basically for all the male YouTubers then, is it? The month of October saw the broadcast of a Genesis documentary that many of us wished we'd never seen. The greatest talking head was Kate Mossman. She's currently arts editor of the New Statesman, and she's, I think, about 9 or 10 years younger than me. And there she is talking about Genesis as if she was there, where she's lived it, like she was there when the lamb came out. It was almost like she was, with Foxtrot, she could smell the vinyl, and and she talks about remembering Phil Collins in the 80s. By the time Phil Collins was doing all this stuff, she'd have only been about 5 or 6 years old. Where did they get these people? How many dicks did she suck to get on that programme? The exploitation of my children gathered apace, and here we are trying to muscle our way into the lucrative impressions market. Hello. Herbie wants to do an impression of a more famous YouTuber for you. We've been working on this, haven't we, Herbie? So ready? I'm gonna whistle the intro, and Herbie's gonna do the impression. Are you ready?
Hello!
Probably the biggest release for progressive rock fans was the epic Starlist box set from King Crimson, and here I am unboxing the bleeding thing. If you thought The Road to Red was big, this is even bigger. Oh boy, it makes the Great Deceiver box set look like a teddy bear's picnic. Look at it. 27 discs, and I think there's also a download as well that you get, and a big 40-page booklet, and oh dear, whatnot. Oh, I'm too scared to open it. I really am. But yeah, so this kind of looks at the band, on the European tour, and oh, here goes Swissy. Oh, it a bit then. God, I was a bit worried then. Should we undress her? Should we get this cellophane off? But yeah, this oh yeah. Oh, that hit the spot. It's been a long time. But so yeah, you got a load of stuff. The band playing live, and then you've got the album in 5.1. You know the routine. If you've seen these box sets before, you know exactly what to expect. So let's see what's inside. Look at it. Oh, isn't it lovely and shiny? Shiny. So what's it? What's this? It's Mr. Fripp, and he seems to be laughing. This is what you get for giving Red a 3-star review. Huh? What? Jolly Japri aside, here I am trying to strangle a tune out of a mandolin and rounding off October. November becomes Movember, and here I am teaching all you whippersnappers how to have a shave. Alas, my Movember charity effort didn't earn that much money, but hey, look at me with no clothes on.
This is my signature scent. This is Quasar from Jesus del Pozo. Can't get it now, it's very hard to find. You too can smell like me. Yeah? It's not arseholes and stale semen. That's not. That's usually my usual.
The stench of the Genesis documentary wouldn't go away, and here I am giving my first 0 rated review.
As a review, it scores. I mean, I can't give it a 0, but I'm going to make an exception. It gets 0 parts out of 5. 0 parts out of 5 because it doesn't tell the story properly.
December sees me ruining another musical instrument. And I end December and the year showing off my enviable oral skills.